Hello. Okay, so this specific screencast is meant to show just a bit about the website and how to utilize it. So you should have found this video on the homepage and obviously under the screencast. So for starters, the homepage is very important because it talks about the certain standards that we'll be covering, and those are 3.1.2, which is investigate how the loudness and pitch of sound changes when the rate of vibration changes, and 3.1.3, which is to investigate and recognize that sound move between solids, liquids, and gases. So as you go down, you can see the objectives for this lesson, and each of them are linked to the page that they correspond with. So for example, if I clicked Objective 1, it's going to go to what you should do for that day and when that day should occur. So this is just a little bit about that. And most activities include a screencast on how to ideally work and download that activity for the lesson. So back to the home page. All the objectives are linked to their activities, and then you have the ideal class schedule. And this can obviously be altered to fit however you would like to go about it, but this is just ideally the progression that made sense to me when forming this lesson. And again, they're all linked, so if you went to see Objective 4, you can just click it and it will come up with the activities right away. So moving on to Objective 1. This is day 1, the introduction. This is the introduction video, which presents students with pitch. And then here is the overall focus. And you don't necessarily have to watch these screencasts, but they're just to help you learn how to utilize the smartboard activities or, the bingo activities or the Quizlet activities. It's just a little snippet to help the teacher. Going to Objective 2, this should be done on day 4, and it's in order by objectives, not days, so make sure you don't just go down the line. Poll everywhere is included in this, and then there's a breakdown of the objective focus, because this is ultimately the same thing, but since sometimes this looks like a lot more to read, it's easier to break down in steps. Objective 3, organizing pitches. So day 2, objective activity, audio boom. Objective 4, this is throughout the days. And this activity is used as time allows, and it includes bingo. And here's a screencast that shows how to print out the bingo cards that are already made for all of the vocabulary terms. And then Quizlet, and the Quizlet is actually embedded in this, but obviously if you want to use them on iPads or at home, they're going to have to use the URL. And then Whack-A-Mole. And this is a screencast that shows how to use Whack-A-Mole and what's it all about, but I'm pretty sure that it's pretty self-explanatory if you just download the activity itself. And lastly, Objective 5. This is the string telephone, and here's a fun video. It's kind of kid-friendly, I don't know if third graders are really going to speak to it considering they are literally using hand puppets, but it definitely shows an ideal way of making the cups and strings. And this is another step-by-step direction. And the cups can vary if you want to use tin or plastic or paper, whatever. It doesn't matter, but either one will work. So this is just an overview of the website, and I hope this helps, but just make sure you remember that the home page has all the objectives and the ideal class schedule. Everything is linked, so it should be pretty self-explanatory.